Something we could all use much more of is space, especially in the 21st century and the fast-paced modern lifestyle it's brought to us. Very few of us can afford large homes and condos. This is where space-saving furniture can help tremendously. The goal is to utilize space as strategically as possible and to keep the area as uncluttered as possible. Here are the best pieces of furniture that we've picked out for a bed, and vice versa. This would be absolutely perfect for keeping in front of the television to watch TV on those late nights when you can't sleep. And when you do begin to feel drowsy, you won't even have to make the journey to your bedroom anymore. Next up, we're going to show you a GR ceiling bed by Milano Smart Living. When you get one of these, your bed won't take up any space in your room unless you're using it, because during the day, it'll be pressed against the ceiling. All you have to do is press a button and the bed will levitate to the ceiling. It's that simple. Next up, what we have here is an IKEA Hammarn. At first glance, you see that it looks like a regular sofa with an armrest attached. But the structure here has actually been folded to the shape of a sofa. When you unravel the whole thing, you can see that it can also be turned into a bed. It's a marvel how simple it is too. This would be ideal for those who prefer a minimal aesthetic when decorating their homes. But it wouldn't be too good for those who prefer a thicker foam support when sleeping. It'd work best with a thin mattress since it doesn't have a raised frame to support a thicker one. Now we're going to show you the WB Opla. This is yet another option for the minimalists who like open space and multi-purpose furniture. At first glance, you see a desk, but it's also a bed, which stays folded against the wall until it has to be used. And then all you have to do is lay it down. The desk slides back, and now you have a fully operational bed instead. The best part is how you don't even have to clear the desk before taking the bed out. If none of the previous sofas on our list caught your eye, we have Sactionals by Lovesac, which has been dubbed the world's most adaptable couch. There's plenty of reasons for this too. It can be a classic 3-seater sofa. It could be 3 separate 1-seaters. Unlike most sofas, it's also machine washable. And when it comes to colors and patterns, you have a huge variety of options to choose from. There's bound to be something to your liking there. If you order it, use it for a couple days and decide to return it, the company's willing to accommodate you on that one too. There's virtually no cons to buying one of these. Sactionals are a very smart investment to make. You can set them up differently every few months and it'll look like you got a brand new sofa set, which makes this a pretty smart investment too. Oh, and we forgot to mention that shipping is free. Next up, we have a project by Häfele America in collaboration with architect Michael Chen. It's a prototype of a micro-living display that's innovative and functional. It's up in Häfele's New York showroom. Everything in the exhibit has been manufactured by Häfele. The wardrobe lifts, flat fittings, TV lifts, and all the works. They've been very cleverly composed so that the space they make up has all the components someone living there could possibly need, but at the same time provide them with a space that also facilitates a place to hang out, cook something, or watch TV. There's a counter that slides open to reveal a stove and sink underneath, a folding bed, and there's also a table inside which you can keep your television. There's a pop-up bar that'll appear as soon as you press the appropriate button, a pull-out dining table, and a sofa that'll transform into a queen-sized bed. The space here is used very strategically. Next up, we have Tableworks by Studio Laurier, which also functions as a dinner table. All you have to do is pull the top apart, and then not only is the table transformed instantly, but you also get a space underneath where you can store your utensils. Besides that, there's also space for your extension cable so you can plug in appliances too. That's not all. The table also comes with a built-in lamp. There's really nothing more you need for a productive study session or a nice meal. favorite chair by Studio Laurier. It's not just an everyday chair, it's designed to be both a desk chair and a lounge chair. When you press the button on the inside of the armrest, it'll change from one to the other. It's perfect for people who have to adjust and live in smaller spaces. It totally eliminates the need for a whole other chair since you're getting two in one. The two settings on the chair are a relaxed one, which is slanted backwards to lounging, and an active one, which is vertical to working. Next up, we have a table you're definitely going to want. The Mesa Transformable Table 2 appears to be a low standing table, but the legs can be pulled out to stand vertically to increase its height. You could eat on it while sitting on the floor and use it to study too. The table can not only expand vertically, but the surface area can also be doubled when you need more space. Perfect for 4 people. If you enjoy your space and don't like being suffocated by large but necessary furniture, this table is definitely the thing for your home. The simplicity of this design would also make this table look perfect just about anywhere. We wouldn't recommend missing out on this one. Next up, we have Bed Up Campus by Decorages. This was practically tailor-made for dorms and small studio apartments. As you can see, you can study on it. It has plenty of space so that you can put your laptop and your books on it while making notes. After your study session, you can also have a meal on it. This table won't be taking up space in your home 24 hours of the day. You can fold it and it'll blend seamlessly next to the wall, freeing up a lot of space. That's not all. It also comes with a bed, which stays all the way up, pressed to the ceiling when it's not in use, and you just bring it down when it's time to sleep. Next up, we have the Mobilsa Leader Cam, which is a foldable bunk bed set. You unfold them by first grabbing onto the handle on the top and pulling it towards yourself, which will unfold the bottom bed. And then, once you're done setting it, you do the same to the other bed that's still inside. You set the two beds by hooking the ladders on the top one to the clamps on the lower bed. Then you pull out the structures at the side, and they sort of form a frame that'll keep you and the mattress in place while you sleep. You close the beds by first putting those frames down and removing the ladder that's connecting both ends, and then you push in the top bed until it's entirely vertical. Then the lower one. It's very easy to figure out. It's excellent for those sharing a room and don't have much space to do anything else. When not in use, the bunk beds can just be folded up and out of the way, and that way they won't take up any space at all. This can not only make a room look way bigger and feel less cluttered, but it'll also free up space that would have otherwise been taken by beds. But not least, this nifty piece of furniture is actually pretty similar to our first one. It's also a super changeable sofa set. There are many reasons you'd want to buy SS Sofa